Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hello, and hello. What is going on, beautiful people? Let me try to arrange my screen really quickly. Hope all is well with everybody. All right, let me stop that so it can put me on big screen. There we go. Hope all is well with everybody. You see the title, okay? As you come on in here, I ask you that you do one thing, okay? This is the cost of admission. I'm going to give you something for free, and I'm going to ask you to do something for free, okay? That's something that I'm going to ask you to do for free is to help me beat the algorithm, the AI machine that is now human versus machine. That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. Second thing I'm going to ask you is to share this because whatever I have may not be for you. You may not need money. You may be rich, and that's cool, okay? But there may be somebody on your timeline or in your news feed that may be praying for a blessing, that may be looking for an answer, looking for a breakthrough, okay? So it helps me beat the algorithm, and it helps me reach the people that I am supposed to reach, okay? And if you don't mind doing that really quickly, 30 seconds quickly, and then we're going to go ahead and get this thing popping. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to drop 2 ways to get some money, okay? But y'all need to share and get more people here. That's for sure. There's a lot of people that I know and you know and we know together that needs more money, okay? Some opportunities if you a business owner. There's some opportunities if you are just, personal looking for extra funding. There's some opportunities that you don't have to pay back any type of money or anything of that sort as long as you have a business or you're aspiring to become a business owner, meaning you have a dream and you want to reach people with your dream, okay? So with that being said, I gave y'all the NASA play on the last live. If you didn't see that, please go check that out, okay? Before I take it down. You got to be present in the room when I drop these gems because whenever I want to take them down, clear storage or whatever, I'm going to do that, okay? So make sure you go check that one out. I gave a NASA federal play. And I also gave a hello skip play. And hopefully you guys took that information. There is free money given all the time. There is free money being given every day, every week, every month, okay? So one of my main purposes is to come by here and let you know that money is not a problem. Resources is not a problem. It's the lack of resourcefulness, how to go get it, where to go get it. It's the lack of knowledge that you lack. And so I just came by here to help, give you some game that'll help you be able to get in a better position. So I gave y'all NASA and I gave y'all Hello Skip. What I'm going to give y'all is Dover on today, okay? So let me grab that link for you guys, and then I am going to share my screen walk you through a real simple process. If anybody get pre-approved, okay, this is a loan. Um, this is a loan, and I always say use their money to make you some money. That's the whole purpose of this. Okay. I'm not, and I better say this before I drop a link so people understand exactly what it is that I'm doing. Um, if you need a way to make money, and we all do, especially right now with everything that is going on, there are multiple ways you can make money. And the number one way out of those multiple ways that you can make money is passive income, right? Meaning if I go get a loan from Bank of America for $10,000, and then I take that $10,000 and I don't go party and I don't go splurge, but I actually go and take 5,000 of that 10,000 and invest it into a diaper business. I know when you are born into the earth, you need diapers. When you're a toddler, you need diapers. Some people in their 20s, 30s, 40s need diapers. You know, they may become paraplegic, some type of tragedy, accident, and then elderly people need diapers. So I am going to invest in a business that is always needed, okay? Always needed, in season, out of season, rain, snow, flowery, it don't matter, you know, tornado-y, it don't matter. Somebody's gonna always need diapers. So I would take that 5,000 and go and invest in something that would make me money every day. Every day. Because we have everyday needs. So it probably take me a while to work that up and save that type of money up to go start a business. But I would use the 10,000 that was given to me, 5,000 to invest in the passive income that I'm going to be receiving off their money, and then take that other 5,000 and pay them back half of what they gave me with their own money. Because when I pay back half of the loan, they raise the level that I can receive from them. So by them seeing me practicing, good financial decisions and management, and I pay back half of the loan up front, then they say, hey, well, I seen we gave her 10,000. She paid back 5,000. There's only 5,000 owed. We should have asked her if she wants 25,000. So now they give me an extra 15,000. And then I either go invest in more product for the first business, or I go find me a second one. Okay. I will go rent me an apartment, or I will go rent me a house. And then I will turn that into an Airbnb, where now that is giving me passive income. Put it in the right place, downtown, where there are travel nurses, downtown, where there are college students or something like that, CEOs and executives in on business for weeks at a time. Now I got passive income coming from that. And then I take that 15,000 and then pay back the rest of that 15,000 after I go rent the place, pay the rent on it for a couple of months, decorate it out or whatever the case may be, and I'll take the rest and pay back on that extra 15,000 it gave me. This is how you play the money game, okay? You use their money to make you money. And so I'm not giving you game to get money so that you can actually go and, take a vacation and buy big grills and go see Beyonce. This is not that type of party. If you learn how to play the game, you can keep on playing it over and over and over, okay? And these are not the only ones. I'm actually giving you guys plays that, okay, let me go get this amount from NASA, and then let me go get this amount from Dover, and then let me go get this free money over here from Hello Skip, and then let me go over here to this other website and get this free money, so you always consistently have money flowing. If you are hearing what I'm saying, go ahead and let me know in the chat, okay? You can put an ear, you can put I hear you, it don't matter. Just let me know in the chat if you are picking up what I am putting down. This is how you play the money game. So the link that I'm getting ready to give to you, and this is how every other business, every other billionaire, this is how Robert Kiyosaki, I mention him a lot because he is the greatest example. This is how Warren Buffett, this is how they all play the game with Berkshire Hathaway. They use other people's money. This is how Chase Bank, Bank of America, they use our money to lend to people money and then get interest on that. So they get some and then give us ours back. Everything is started with somebody else's money, okay? The lottery is started with somebody else's money. They don't really have $1 million just sitting there to give to somebody. No, they say, hey, the jackpot is going to be this much without nothing in the jackpot. And there will only be one winner in all 50 states. All 50 states. There's going to be one mega winner, one mega jackpot winner. And now you got people putting $100 on tickets. Now you got groups of people saying, hey, let's put in 1,000 and we all just buy up 100 tickets, or we all put $100 on these numbers, or whatever the case. It's just luck. It's a belief system. So by the time they get all these millions of people to believe that one person is going to win the jackpot, they got more than enough, $1 million to give to somebody. They got an overflow, a surplus. Okay. They made and raked up 10 million. So giving away 1 million is not even a problem whatsoever. So then they take the 9 million profit, give out the 1 million. It's not a big thing. And then turn around and be extra scandalous. And this is what they do. Charge taxes on the money that they didn't raise from everybody else. You got to pay $105,000 in taxes on the 1 million that we gave you, 1.5 million that we gave you. Okay. That's just a belief system. They give it away money from other people's money, right? So use their money to make you money. That's all I'm going to say. That was another teachable moment, and now we can go ahead and proceed. Just so we clear. And if you do not get anything, okay, then that just means that it is time to fix your adult report card, which is your credit report, straight up. Because if you get your credit report, if you get your credit repaired, you are able to get anything at any time from anywhere, straight up. You can have a lot of money and got poor credit and trying to go rent something or buy something, and they turn you down with your lot of money. Because they're not interested in your money. They're interested in your responsibility. They're interested in your management. How well do you manage money? How important are the basic necessities? Are you always late on your rent? You need a car. Are you always late on that? How long was you late? We understand things happen. So we can see, 30 days late on this, but we want to see you climbing back up and making your payments on time. We don't want to see you continuing to carry over balances on credit card. That is the biggest reason why nobody will not give you any money. It's the biggest reason why people work till they dead for money. Because they don't know these rules. And this is really what your lack of responsibility is costing you. This website that I'm about to give y'all, give up to $50,000. Who could use $50,000 right now? Let me know. Who can use $50,000 right now? Okay. I want to first take this moment to bind up any witches, any warlocks, any type of soothsayers, psychics, monitoring spirits, any of the above. I take authority over you. You are not welcome in this space, and you are not welcome in this place. Okay? Thank you. Thank you, Father. You are not welcome here. You are not welcome here to spy. You are not welcome here to hijack. You are not welcome here to usurp. And every time I sit down on a live and I feel in my presence that there is something off or evil, I'm going to take the time to address it and bind it right on up. Okay, now back to business. This is how you play the money game. If your credit ain't together, because they will take somebody with an 800 credit score over somebody with $800,000. They used to be, when I was, first, trying to rent apartments and houses and different things of that sort. If your credit was bad or you didn't have no credit, they would say, okay, we need a co-signer at least. We can't get you approved with your show credit, but we're not going to turn you away. We're going to give you an opportunity to get a co-signer. That is not happening in this day and age. I'm telling you, it is hard. It is hard to find new places, especially when your credit ain't together. And really, if most people don't notice, I went into a car dealership, I want to say back in 2018 or 2019. Never forget this rule. One of my brothers pulled me to the side. He said, "What you looking for?" And I said, I'm looking for a, like a big truck, not a truck, but like a SUV. I'm looking for an SUV type style, big enough to hold me and my family, and some extra room in case we need to give somebody a ride or we need to assist somebody. And my credit score was so shot out. I mean, that mug was premature, for real, for real. And he pulled me to the side and he said, "Look, sister, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to put you up on game. If you go and get your credit repaired and just get it to a 700, you can walk into any dealership, anyone." He said, "And not only can you walk into any dealership and get anything even on the show floor, and they will never ask you for documentation. They won't ask you for no proof of income. They won't ask you for anything of that sort." And so he said, "Go do that." He said, "Because if you just continue to run to these car lots, they're going to continue to drag your credit down the drain, literally, trying to get you approved when they know that they can't." And so I took it for what it was. I went and sought out somebody that can actually, my eye is really, really bothering me, y'all. Think it'd be these lights or something. Let me see if this works. Hopefully y'all can still see me because these lights be bright and it really bothers my eyes. Nevertheless, I took it. I went and sought out somebody that can actually help me repair my credit. A great company that I would recommend, to anybody. Financial Educational Services. I think it's a new name now, but I went and did that. When me and my husband went back to the car lot, we waited. We said we were not going to, get a car at this time. We took that advice because we appreciated the information that he gave us, and we did not want to waste our time, being played with used cars and different things of that sort. But the moment that we went and took the time to fix our credit, and when we went back, what that man said was so true. My husband went to like 4 car lots and got every vehicle that he wanted to and started. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Something is really hurting my eye. So sorry. Give me 1 second. All right, appreciate it. I don't know what is going on with my eye, but this bad boy feels like it's just tired. We went and was able to get literally a whole entire car lot started in a week with his 700 credit score. And that was not even including mine. I believe I was like at a 683. He was at a 700. They did not ask us for no documentation. They didn't even ask us for no money down. We were so shocked. No money down. No proof of income. Okay? The credit score spoke for itself. When we learned that principle, it's like, yeah, we could never, ever let our credit be messed up again, ever. When I picked up the phone and called Navy Federal and they was like, yeah, you've been approved for $25,000, I could have hit the floor. Do you understand me? Because they never approved me for anything. When I was 18 years of age, leaving the house, my credit had already been established. It said that on my credit report, credit established before the age of 18, okay? My peoples had to use my credit to get lights and all kind of other stuff. So I didn't have a fair advantage whatsoever. But when they approve me, it is the best feeling in the world to go wherever you want to and know you ain't going to hear, well, we need a co-signer, you're going to need a double deposit, or no, we cannot help you. It feels absolutely good. So I don't want anybody to be discouraged, okay? This is a pre-approval only. It does not hurt your score. I'm not going to have you doing anything that's going to mess up your credit score even more. Okay, it is a pre-approval. It's not a hard inquiry. It's not a hit to your credit score. It's to see if you eligible for some money, because you never know. And I want everybody to try. I want everybody to try. You don't know what God will do, and you don't know what you'll be approved of. Okay, or if they'll approve you. If they say we have no offers at this time, it just means you got to go work on your credit. And we got solutions for that too, okay? So boom, here we go. Let me pull this up. I just had to say that and get that out of the way, very clear, so that we know what type of time we own. This is not that type of time. I'm not giving people, money to just do whatever. No, we building strategically so we can preserve our family and those that are assigned to us, whether through blood, whether through community, whether through spiritually, it doesn't matter. Let me see. Where is it at? Let me pull it up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So this one, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and then I'm going to share the page so you can see exactly what it looks like and how simple it is to fill this out and just see if you get pre-approved. If you get pre-approved, I want you to let me know in the chat how much you got pre-approved for. To my cousins over here on Instagram, I'm going to give you the name of the website, okay? Because I can't drop the link over here, unfortunately. But it's Dover, DOVER, FCU.com. Dover FCU, which stands for Dover Federal Credit Union. DOVERFCU.com. Okay? All right, now let me drop this over here. Make sure I copied it. And then I want y'all to go ahead and click on the link, and you can follow along with me. I'm going to give y'all the instructions on how to fill it out. Real simple. Maybe about 7 or 8 questions at the most, okay? All right, so the link is in the chat, and it tells you, see if you pre-qualify in as little as 2 minutes. Pick your loan, what you want. You want a vehicle loan, you want a used vehicle purchase, you want credit cards, okay? You want a personal loan? You want a personal loan debt consolidation? You tell them exactly what you want. We're going to go ahead and click on credit card because that's what we want. You can go ahead and fill out your name, your first name, your last name. You can go ahead and put your mobile number there and your email address here. Okay. You're going to go ahead and start typing your address for it to pop up. If you have a unit number, you will put that here. You're going to put your social security number here. Even though it's not a hard pull, it is a soft pull to just, get a little background and identifying information that you are who you are. You're going to put your date of birth right here. You're going to tell them how much your rent or mortgage payment is. Okay. You definitely want to be mindful if you are in debt. Okay. And you have a lot of debt. And then you turn around and you say, my rent is like $2,000, $3,000. You're already upside down. So you just want to be mindful of that, okay? You just want to be mindful of what you put there. And then gross annual income is going to be what you predict, your income will be or your revenue will be in the next 12 months, because this is annual, 12 months. It's not how much have you made and how much are you making. It is your gross predicted income. Okay. And roughly, the sweetest spot that I've seen is somewhere in between 100,000 and 150,000. If you bring in 50,000 and your spouse bring in 50,000, that's a household income annually of 100,000. If you bring in 75,000, your daughter who lives with you bring in 75, 80,000, that is 155,000 annual income projected. Do not put on here, my gross income will be $1 million. They are going to definitely ask for documentation. I'm showing you a way to not get no documentation. Hey, beloved, I'm showing you a way this is called no doc loans, okay? You don't need any documentation if you follow the protocol. Now, moving on, because I don't got a long time. That gross annual income will go right there. You will go ahead and check this first box, okay? If you do not want to consent to receive email, SMS, or other marketing communication from them, then you don't have to mark this box. But that first one, for sure, okay, it's your privacy and security rights and your, way to e-sign and all of that if they offer you something. And then all you got to do is click view my offers. After you click view my offers, they may ask, do you want to link any of the bank accounts or financial institutions? Just hit skip. We're not doing any of that, okay? I'm going to give 3 minutes because literally that's all it takes. 3 minutes. Absolutely, absolutely. Please do. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to fill this out and then come back to the chat and let me know if you have been pre-approved for any amount. Okay. If it's 2,000, if it's 5,000, 20,000, we want to celebrate. Okay. And if you do not have any offers currently, that's okay. I have another opportunity for you to get money. It's free funding. Okay. But you definitely going to need to get your credit game up. For real. Because it is costing you. It's costing you a shot at $50,000 to stay ignorant to consumer law. And I hate to be real, raw, and uncut, but we need to be real, raw, and uncut. Love is real, raw, and uncut. It's costing you millions of dollars to be in poverty. It is costing you millions of dollars to not have good credit. It is costing you millions of dollars, and it is costing you a lot of your time that you can never get back. That's for sure. Okay? And with me dropping free gems like this, please get everybody that you know. This is an opportunity. If you pre-approved and they give you something, when you accept that offer, that's when you get a hard inquiry. But please share this and get everybody that you could possibly think of, because everybody is needing more money. And not only am I giving you game, but I'm actually showing you how to start a business. You can actually help people get funded. Set up consultations on the Zoom. Say, hey, let me help you get funded. You don't pay me nothing up front. If you get approved, then I'll take my cut on the back end. They give you 10,000, you give me 10%. They approve you for 5,000, you give me 500. Okay? I don't know if people look at it like that, but that is how I operate. I create multiple streams from one thing. Straight up. I maximize the minimum. Take a story, turn it into an ebook, turn that bad boy from an ebook into a actual manual book, physical book, audio book, a workbook included. Take that and turn it into a community. From that community, I start taking that, turning it into a mentorship, a mastermind. From my mastermind, my mentorship, I start turning that into stages. Don't play. Do not play. Straight up. Okay? So hopefully these people are logging off to go actually run the play and then come back and tell me. Okay? I'm going to move on to the free. The free monies. Okay? People are making millions of dollars just on the free money. People just make millions of dollars on free money. All that time you go and clock in at a 9 to 5, 8, 10, 12 hours. They say, look, I'm going to invest that time in my own business. I'm going to invest that time, and I'm going to literally go and I'm going to apply for multiple grants to ensure that if I apply at least for 30 grants, I'm going to win 3. If I apply for 50 grants, I'm going to at least win 5. Okay, this is money that you can start your dream. This is money that you can, give yourself a better financial forecast. This is money that you can help others, have a livelihood and not have to worry. It's so many different things you can do with this grant money, and that's why they give you grant money. So, with that being said, I am going to give y'all this free gem. I see more people come for foolishness than to get financially free. It's heartbreaking, but I ain't gonna never give up on my people. That's for sure. It's absolutely heartbreaking. People trying to get their boots on the ground and get shirts and boots and stuff for the trail rides, and they borrowing money to get into that. Barely can afford food. Everybody and their mama should be literally on while we are live. Everybody and their mama should be here. But I'm not going to give up on my people. Only God knows how hard it is. Only God knows how hard it is to deal with our people that are hard-headed and stiff-necked and stuck in a mindset, don't want help, cry about, wanting help, but really don't want help. That be cap. All right, so let me start to share over here. All right. So I'm going to give y'all this link right here. This is called Grant Watch. And like I was just saying, even if I was working a 9 to 5 on my time off, in the meantime, in between time, instead of me scrolling, instead of me meddling in other men's affairs, I would definitely be researching where to get free monies that I ain't got to pay back, that ain't based off my credit, that I can take this money and go start me a car wash. People ride by car washes all the time. Start me a self-storage. People are moving in storage all the time. Go start me a laundromat. People need to wash their garments all the time. Start me something that somebody need every day, because I need to get paid every day. Right? Take this free money. Use their money to make me money. That's the name of the game. So now, all you got to do, come over here, create you an account. Okay? I gave y'all Hello Skip, but you would put in your email. Put it in here because you don't already have an account. Put it in here, United States. It's going to say, please choose what state you're in. Your phone number goes here. Okay? And I have read the rights I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions, and I agree to receive grant information emails. Have those boxes checked if you agree, okay? And then go ahead and create your account. Once you are in here, this has over, I want to say, 40 or either 400,000 different grants. Literally, okay? And you can search for them by category, geographic focus, funding source. So if you wanted to say, I want to look for corporations who got grants. I want to look for federal government who got grants. My local and state. So I'll go ahead and put in local. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put in Texas. So I will walk in your peace. Say my victory. Category, aging and seniors. You want to do something in art and culture. Awards, if you want to do something in BPOC, whatever that is. Business, capital funding, if you need capital. You want to help children, climate change, college scholarships, help give scholarships to children, community and economic development, community services. If you want to help with, DIVOC-19, COVID, disabilities, disaster relief, you name it, faith-based, you just come to the category, okay? And choose whichever one you want to get started with. Women-owned startup businesses, I'll just choose that. I'll choose transportation. Let's see. And then I'm going to search available grants. He's my comfort. I was seeing what this said. Opportunities for Texas early stage companies to participate in a business development program. The deadline would be 5/23/25. Okay. Opportunity for the United States of America academic institution, companies, and individuals to develop autonomous, thank you, that's how you say it, autonomous, whatever this is, opportunity, systems that help create realistic electronic warfare simulations for training, whatever that is. This is for nonprofits in multiple states for active to address community needs. They're giving up to 20,000. They don't say what day they close. Let me see. Oh, the deadline. All of these are 5/23. So you would have to come in and find something and do it, now. If you wanted to go with those, okay? If you needed a grant writer, you can find you a grant writer right here. They will write up the grant for you, okay? But you can do it yourself. I gave you guys a resource, Hello Skip, SKIP, Hello Skip. They'll let AI write it for you. These other ones don't play that. They like, no, you're gonna have to get it together. You're gonna have to write it out. Tell us exactly, what it is that you're gonna do with this money should you win this money. Okay? But you can go in any category. I'm sure there's a lot for buy. Let's see which one I'm gonna pick. Say I'm gonna choose children. I'm gonna hit search available grants, okay, and see what they got in the children category. Still got some time. 7/1/2025 is a deadline, and this is grants to Texas nonprofit individuals, schools, community groups, and PTAs for urban forces. How much are they giving away? You'd have to click on it and open it up, okay? Nonprofits. This is just to nonprofits to benefit children and youth in eligible locations. So they only have 2 in the children's sector. So taking this time to literally, okay, you can apply for as many as you want to. Come and see, okay, what are a couple of things that I want to do? Check community service and search there, okay? But you can apply for these multiple times, okay? This is for Native Americans, individuals and organizations for arts-related performances, and events in eligible regions. Funding is intended to support new programs, individual projects, or full season of events. It got a few other here. This one's 2,500, so you can find how much some of them are given away just by looking in the description, or if you don't see it anywhere in the description, just hit view grant, okay? But this is the website where you can go get y'all some free money. Hello, somebody. Anybody gonna take the initiative to go and see at least if you can go get you some extra money? Let me know in the chat. If you are going to actually take the information and implement it. This last tool I'm giving you is absolutely free money. There's 2 ways you're going to always pay in life: with your money or with your time. So you will pay with time to go and sit down and look up for, I could have modified it and say, hey, I don't want to just apply for the ones in Texas. I want to get these ones that are, in the United States, period. So I would just take this from Texas. Go now. Excuse me. Let me see what they got. Florida, American Samoa, California. Okay, let me just pick one because I don't just see the United States. It was there when I first. Oh, American. No, that ain't it. I'm gonna just pick California. Okay. Now I'm gonna give y'all a play on how you be able to get these grants in other states. I had to think about should I say this openly over the airways. Um, I might have to give that play another time for another day. But if you establish you an LLC in another state, they have all kind of grants to relocate. They have grants for research in different states, okay? But you can get a grant in all 50 states. You just need to know the play, how to get the grant in all 50 states. So that is the free game that I am going to give you guys straight up. If you guys need, okay, if you know that I'm not going to get approved for anything because my credit is bad, um, I do have an opportunity for you to get funding, but you got to be a business owner that has revenue coming into your business bank account. They don't do no credit checks. So I have a couple of plays like that. I'm going to give those two that I gave on this live, and I will come back and give more. Okay. I also dropped on the last live that if you are in need of like rental assistance, are you facing an eviction? If you are on Medicaid or Medi-Cal, if you turn that card right on over to the back, there's a number there that you can call that will assist you with rental assistance and saving your home from eviction. Okay. They're giving up to like $350 per adult in the home and $250 per the children in the home. Okay. Um, but they will help you save your home, and they absolutely will help you pay your rent if you are having issues doing so. Okay, so those are the 3 gems I am going to be dropping on this live. Now, I want to offer you an opportunity. It's going to be real short, brief, straight to the beat. If your credit ain't together and you need to get it together, I have a whole entire complete done for you bundle. Okay, that you can take and do at your own pace, at your own time. You can get yourself all the way together. I have clients who use this bundle. I know Brother Cliff is one. I know Brother Torin is another one. They will come in the chat every once in a while and let you know the bundle is bananas. One half of it is just all education. You educating yourself, empowering yourself to know how you can sue the credit bureaus for playing with your credit, how you can have things removed, how many items you can remove in 1 month. That's important to know. Okay? The dispute letters are already done for you. If you got repossessions, print off the letter, put your name and what account it is, boom. You got bankruptcy, you got child support, you on check systems, you want to release yourself from a co-signing situation. It's over 70 different dispute templates, all made up using consumer law. It's workbooks in there that you can sell. Everything is already done for you. Everything. If you need to know how to market it, if you want to make 5 additional streams of income from this business done for you, business in a box, it is completely a business in a box. Because now you have 2 powerful tools. First of all, you use it on yourself so you know it works. And then secondly, you have a means to get people's credit together, and then you can go and either show them the way of how to get funding, just using the free game that I've given to you, or you can go do it for them and charge a premium price to go get funding for them, whether that be grant funding or that be loan funding. Okay, I have the business in a box. Like I said, it is so fully loaded. It should be every bit of 1997. It should be every bit of that. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys just a glimpse of it real quick. I ain't gonna hold you too long, but I just want y'all to see, because I'm gonna give y'all a crazy, insane opportunity to grab it, and it's only gonna be for 2 people. Okay, so this is, it's probably gonna make me sign in again. Hold on 1 second. Excuse me. All right. All right. So this is the first part, which is the educational part. And what we don't know, we can't do. This is why this is important. But it already comes with the Zoom. So you get audio, you get visual, you get step-by-step instructions on how to review your credit report, how, statute of limitation, what that is, how to sue them in small claims or arbitration. This is all educational. Okay, how to scan your report for any inaccuracies, any discrepancies, how to have them removed, exactly what to say when you call them on the phone, because you don't just have to wait till you send something in the mail. The mail part process of it is to verify that I sent this off. So if you do not take it off, you do not investigate this correctly, I have a paper trail to take to the CFPB. Okay, but you can do this stuff over the phone. Okay, how to download and edit your letters. You need to know that. It's a whole business in a box. My score, IQ, FICA, score and credit report. Okay. 3 rounds of debt validation letters. If they come back saying, hey, this has been validated, here go the second rounds. And it's going to have attorney terminology in there, because they know when they trying to do stall tactics or lying. They are under fire right now, so they're not finna play with y'all. The CFPB just settled a $12.5 million lawsuit against these credit bureaus for playing with people, saying you investigated a matter that you really did not. But you got 3 rounds of debt validation letters. You got child support, hard inquiry, student loan, check system, bankruptcy, late payment, reinsertion of negative account letter. You know how people get stuff removed from their account and then all of a sudden it just comes back? Yeah, that is that letter. Okay, so this is the educational aspect of it, and the business side of it. You go back. And of course, in the education, you get a whole lot more. I just don't have a whole lot of time, but you get how to set up your website, how to sell this, how to market it, how to make multiple ways to make money from this, how to contact and create banking relationships, because the CEO numbers to banks are in here. Okay, these are going to be people that's going to be helping you to get funded or helping your clients to get funded. Your email marketing, if you give people something for free and they give you in exchange their email, now you have something to sell to them in the email. Okay, it's fully loaded, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. The whole entire business in a box is $497. Honestly, I cannot sell it for lesser than $497, because it is a master resale right, meaning the person who gave me access to this set the price at $497, and you cannot sell it lower than that. You bought it from me, you cannot sell it lower than that. However, God is good and good all the time. I am going to actually bless 2 people. You put 250 up, I will put the 247 to give you access to this whole entire business in a box that will literally make you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why? Because it solves a problem. And if you can solve a problem, you'll never have a money problem at all, ever. Okay? You have to learn how to play the money game, and this is one way to play the money game. When you solve people problems, they will pay you. Just like we will pay people who solve our problems, hands down. Okay? I will give 2 people the opportunity to get this business in a box for 250, with me matching your 250 with 247, which equals 497, to give you this business in a box. Second opportunity, and then I'm going to go. Second opportunity is if you want to start a funding company where I give you the hookup on how to get people funded, how to add trade lines to boost people's scores, how to sweep people credit to get all negative items removed so that they can get funding. This is where you get into making what you want to make. I go get my client, and I showed you guys receipts on the last slide, $220,000 for one client, just on one play, Amex play. Well, out of that 220,000 that they just got approved of, 20,000 belongs to me because I charge 10% to get you funded. So I am going to get you funded. I have relationships with the bank relationship managers that get the funding from right here out of this box that I told you, beautiful people, I would help you get. Okay. So now I have relationships, and I tell them my client is ready to be funded. Credit score is where it needs to be, and I know what it needs to look like, the profile. They're ready to get funded. And we actually want to see if we're eligible for up to 200,000, because they'll give you 200,000 with no documentation, none. So now I get them approved for 200,000, right? 220,000. 20,000 of that is mine, and they're going to pay me using the money they just got funded with. Okay, so I am teaching just a small group of people how to make where the real money is at, honestly, and that's in the credit niche and the funding niche. If you could solve that problem, you will never ever be broke. You don't even have to show your face to solve a problem. You don't have to use your voice to solve a problem. But everybody that's 18 with a social, and you got to have one to be an American citizen, it needs credit repair. They need a credit boost. They need a hard inquiry remove. Okay, there's a 24-hour hard inquiry remove play that's in there. You can sell that just by itself. Hey, get your hard inquiries removed in 24 hours or less with my e-guide for $27. You got passive income coming in. That's what it's all about, okay? So I have 3 spots left. 3 spots left to show you how to become your own funding machine. I like to call it becoming your own bank, because literally that's what you become, your own bank. I have 3 spots left for that mentorship. It is going to be intense. Every resource that I get moving forward, so you just not will get, you will just not get the now, but you will also get the next. Okay. You will not just know how to use tools for now. Yes, that is good, but AI in digital space is constantly evolving. They will have new tools. Like we have a credit system that it is an AI generated system that generates the disputes, send them off, okay, and allow the customer to know what 12 items were deleted from their report and track it. We have an app, no longer needed for human beings. So I'm going to be teaching all of that inside of this mentorship. It is $497 flat, solid, okay? If any of you want any one of those, the space is limited. $4.97 for each. Okay, $2.50 for two people. But I can't show you, I can't stress to you, I can't tell you enough how much you are missing out on helping people. And no, I'm not saying become a credit repair specialist. No, just simply having this in your possession can help put people in different financial situations. Young people, young children, give them single parents a break, financially. It really changes lives. So I'm not going to hold y'all. I said I wasn't going to be here that long at all. If you are interested, beloveds, the information is on the bottom of the screen, okay? That is the payment information, contact information. Those are the payment platforms that I am only accepting at this point. And it's also in the description of the video. For my Instagram cousins, you have to hit that DM and I will send you the information that I am telling them is on the screen and you cannot see. Okay, with that being said, I love y'all. I love y'all. Don't ever say nobody ain't gave y'all nothing for free. I actually want to see what somebody's going to do with it, but I'm sure nothing, because it don't cost them nothing. That's why I make people pay me. You're going to pay me. If you do something with the information or not is not my problem. But you're going to pay me for me to teach you this. Straight up. And I will teach you. I will teach you whatever. Okay? If you come to the table with common sense and you're ready to build, I will teach you whatever. There's nothing that I will withhold, especially in my mentorships. Because you need to get it. I want you to get it. Your family wants you to get it. God wants you to get it first and foremost. So you can be in a better position to bless the family that He's blessed you with. That being said, I love y'all and I will see you guys the next time.